Well, I know the bill. I studied the bill. We're going to see. I mean, if I think if I think Russia will not be making a deal or stopping the bloodshed, 5 and 6, even I've been saying 5 and 6, and now it's more. 1,000 a week, soldiers being killed and people being killed, not just soldiers, people being killed, but largely soldiers being killed. Yeah, I'd use it if it's necessary, and they've really given me that option. That change.
Right, there you have it. For those of you who are wondering whether the US was still going to sanction Russia or not, right? Trump has just said if Putin doesn't come to the negotiation table, then these sanctions may be applied. We'll get to talk about a little bit what the sanctions uh, comprise of and what have you. But greetings to you, first of all, wherever you are watching me from, and welcome to my second video update of the day. Um, I'm very new to this. This is actually my second video update, so please continue to support me, share, like, and subscribe. You know, I've recently developed the passion to start uh, reacting to, you know, the daily updates around the world because I do consume such content a lot. I like documentaries, I like history, and I like, keeping myself informed. And a great way to do that is to share what I learn or what I've heard, and also learn from you guys in the comment section. So please comment, feel free to share your opinions. All right. Thank you so much, first of all, for tuning in. So basically, for those of you, sorry, who weren't aware of the nature of the sanctions, normally US was going to, I think this was thanks to the efforts of uh, the European allies, notably France, Germany, and the UK, you know, that the US was going to lay another package of sanctions, which consists of actually, um, you know, imposing 500% tariffs on countries that would continue to buy oil and gas from Russia. So, but uh, people felt like this was keeping long after the bill was passed and everything. It was still keeping long. So to the point where I read this article that White House tries to this actually I'm actually reading from the Telegraph. White House tries to water down sanctions, Russia sanctions. Okay, um, they are saying Donald Trump is pressuring a U.S. senator to weaken a bill that would impose sweeping sanctions on Russia. White House officials hoping to mend relations with Moscow. So, of late, the U.S. since the coming of Trump, okay, in the Trump administration, they are trying to revive their relationship with Russia, economically and diplomatically, because Russia and the US were no longer talking in the Biden administration. Almost, they were no longer talking. As a matter of fact, you know, both countries seeing each other as enemy countries. But in this current administration, that's why Trump. Some people say Trump is pro-Trump, is pro-Russian or pro-Putin, because he is trying to. If the only way you can trade with Russia is if you make peace with them. So that's why he's refusing to really fully support Ukraine, though they still share military intelligence with Ukraine, but they have decreased, if not stopped, weaponry supply to Ukraine. And their European allies like France, the UK, and Germany aren't very happy with that. We've realized that recently. met the German chancellor actually traveled to the US, to mount a little bit of pressure on Trump again, but Trump um still remains a mediator, at least as it stands now. So all that we want is, at the end of the day, the world leaders should really team up and find a way to restore peace. All right. So, but they are saying White House officials hoping to mend relations with Moscow have been quietly contacting Senator Lindsey Graham's office, urging him to water down his bill, which aims to cripple Vladimir Putin with huge sanctions. This bill, the bill backed by nearly the entire Senate, would impose 500% tariffs on countries that would continue or that continue to buy oil and gas, you know, which bankrolls Putin's war effort. So there you have it. That per what Trump is saying, the sanctions are still going to be applied, provided uh, Russia doesn't come to the negotiation table. But I don't really think Russia doesn't want to come to the negotiation table. Russia is winning on in the front, in the battlefield. So in the front line, they have this superiority compared to the Ukraine. That's why the Ukrainian allies, though they also believe in victory of Ukraine, and that's why they want Trump to put these sanctions and to also still continue to support. But that would go against Trump's ambition, because he earlier even promised during his campaign that he was going to end the conflict within just 24 hours. So Trump is actually being frustrated, like he wants things fast, fast, you know. And I think we should all just look at how to achieve a long lasting peace at the end of the day, because that is what matters, as far as long as the conflict prolongs, just as he said, thousands and thousands and thousands of people continue to lose their lives, and civilians as well as uh, the military, and is it worth it? Sometimes you ask this question. So there you have it. I don't want to talk much. I will try to get another video update. But for now, this is all that I had to share with you for my second video update. Please let me know whether you like my presentation, whatever that I could improve. And please remember to subscribe and like, comment, and see you in the next video. Take care and bye for now.